Hey everybody, we are in a slightly different place right now in my car. I wanted to, announce to the world, for those who don't know, we do have an EV. Some of you would congratulate us, some of you would be jealous, and some of you would hate us because they're the devil. One of the things that we strive to do with our farm is to teach people how to live a life that is better for the planet. So trying to come at things from an objective viewpoint and not succumb to whatever random crap people share on Facebook. I wanted to give you guys an unbiased look into what it's like to own an EV and what some of these numbers mean. I saw another video yesterday about charging at a fast charging station taking 8 hours and how wildly expensive and inefficient it is. Not true. We'll get to that eventually, but for now, I want to show you the numbers. I just drove into work. I do not have any highway miles, so my efficiency is pretty amazing. I drive a Kia Niro EV. This is not an EV that was built from the ground up. It's a retrofit. Kia sells internal combustion engine, ICE engine Niros, and they literally just converted it to an EV. Kia's newer car, the EV6, from the ground up was designed to be an EV. I'm sure that is going to be a much more modernized, much more efficient EV that is more comparable to a Tesla. We are not that wealthy. All I could afford was this car, and I still love it. If bills get any higher, we might have to sell it. There is an increased cost initially to buying an EV. There is a generally much lower maintenance cost, and I'll show you that right now. Okay, so you can see on the left, my range is 201. I have 201 miles left. Drive info. The trip in, I drove 25.1 miles. My average right now is 4.6 miles per kilowatt hour. It was 4.7, but I'm running the AC right now because I'm pampered and spoiled. So many things affect the fuel efficiency of an EV. If you are at highway speeds, you will be less efficient. If you are using air conditioning, you will be less efficient. If you use heat, heat is way worse than air conditioning in an EV. But I don't want to put on the heat right now. So remember that range, 200 miles. We are right now, where is it? Right now, we're as cold as it can possibly get at 62. So remember the range, 200 miles. We're going to gently turn this up to an not so bad 70. I just gained 4 miles. We're going to keep going up. So now we're at 77. I gained a few more. But what happens if we turn the fan up? So at 77, I dropped all the way down to 188. So now we're going to make it a little bit colder. We'll go right when the AC actually kicks on. We lost another 9 miles. Back down to 62. Now we're at 173. So I'm going to turn that fan off, or as low as possible, and I'm back to 200 miles. So just based on the air conditioning settings I have, while still keeping it on, I was just able to provide for me to be able to drive into work. So enough of that, let's do the math. 25 miles, while I'm sitting here, my efficiency did go down, but my range did not. So that's another important aspect to consider. That'll be for future videos. So 25.1 miles divided by 4.7 miles per kilowatt hour. So for every 1 kilowatt hour, I went 4.7 miles. So distance over energy consumed per mile equals the total energy consumed, which is 5.34 kilowatt hours. Next equation, energy cost. 5.34 kilowatt hours times our total energy cost at home, 0.13 cents. So that's the generation and the distribution charge and the taxes. It cost me 69 cents to drive in, which is a final cost of $0.027 or 2.7 cents. Very, 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 very cheap. I invite you guys to do that for your cars at home. When I say that electric vehicles are about 1/4 the cost as far as fuel efficiency to operate than an ICE engine, I think the standard comparable for my car is like a vehicle that gets 38 to 40 miles per gallon. So run those numbers and tell me what you think. I know gas is really high right now. I did not buy this car when gas was that high. I just had a suspicion it would get that high. But I did this more for the environment. Yes, my car is powered by coal plants, I'm assuming. And yes, there is going to be some transmission loss amongst miles and miles and miles of transmission lines. I get that, I get that, I get that. We are attempting to get solar panels. It is not an easy thing to do. But anyway, we are going to start taking videos to start showing the truth in the face of a lot of these falsehoods that are being shared around Facebook. Next one to come is going to be sitting in traffic with an electric car and your battery is obviously going to die. Spoiler alert, it's not. Take care, everybody.